Thank you very much, Kerry, for the warm welcome and introduction. Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity to tell a little bit about Excel Eric. So we are not talking about spreadsheets. We talk about research infrastructure. The next 15 minutes, I would like to give you a little bit an overview about Excel Eric, especially for those people who is not familiar with Excel Eric. What is Excel Eric? And then what activities we are doing to bring Excel Eric to the next level. And that is especially in regards of regional expansion and also on the scope expansion. And the industrial carbon management strategy from the Commission plays a very important role. So we aligned our strategies on that strategy. So having that, so I would like first of all, welcome Denmark as our new member. Yeah, who is here from Denmark? Welcome. So we are very happy that we have our first new member beside our founder member, Denmark, with the University of Copenhagen, the technical university with Aalborg, Aarhus, and the Danish Technological Institute. And also good news, we are now in discussion with GEOS, which is important also for CO2 GeoNet, and Force Technology to expand our network. So anyway, so what is Excel ERIC? Also ERIC stands for European Research Infrastructure Consortium. Well done, Kerry. Yeah, you did it perfectly. And it's actually an initiative from the Commission, from the EU in 2009, which they started to say, let's bring research infrastructures together. There's more than 30 ERICs in Europe in different areas, biotechnology, IT, survey, social science, and so on. And we are one of those, and we are covering all areas about CCUS and CDR. We have been founded in 2017. Before we have been already a landmark and on the roadmap of ACE3. Therefore, you see the logo of ACE3 as well. The headquarters in Trondheim in Norway, and we have now 6 member countries. The founder member countries were Norway, UK, France, Italy, the Netherlands, and now Denmark. And the black dots you see, that are all the so-called facility owners. And you see it on the name. There is all the suspects we know in our research and innovation community. So with these 6 members, we have 35 research facility owners and more than 110 facilities which we are coordinating. Having that, you see all of the yellow dots that are the so-called country nodes. So we have colleagues from certain institutes which helping us to coordinate then the national node. So here, an overview about our scope, and especially this is already the new scope aligned with the industrial carbon management strategy from the EU launched last year, which Daniel also presented in his speech. And so the idea of Excel ERIC is to enhance open access, transnational access to the research facilities, that we accelerate research and innovation for the users in regards of academia, research institutes, and also the industry. And to help also to put it in the nutshell, to reduce costs, to make the CCS, CCU, and CDR commercial viable, to de-risk the investment. We know everybody, CO2 is not a simple gas. It's a quite tricky gas. So asset integrity is one important subject. And of course, what we have also learned yesterday, the social licensing acceptance is one important subject, which we have to support a safe operation. So all will help us to promote those activities. I call also Excel ERIC as a machinery for the research and innovation community. That means we provide the facilities that they can accelerate their research activities. So, and if you see on the scope, we have carbon capture, BECCS, DACS, uh, permanent storage, subsurface feedstock utilization, geothermal, and CO2 transport and storage. So you see from the original scope we have added now, based on the industrial carbon management strategy, especially on the CDR side, the BECCS and DACS, and also subsurface feedstock for hydrogen, for example, and geothermal. Yeah, so we have now a portfolio which has been also approved by the Commission. We are actually monitored by the DGRTD from the Commission, and we are very happy that in September they approved our approach, and we have now updated our statutes. What happens now? I did something wrong here. Yeah, okay. I pushed the wrong button. Sorry. So, regional expansion, what I mentioned to you, we want to bring up now ECCSEL on the next level, and we are very happy to start with Denmark. Since January, we have Denmark as our member. We have now focusing on Poland, Germany, and Belgium. In the next step, we want to look at Switzerland, Portugal, Greece. Yeah, Marco, I would like to have a chat with you later on, right? And I was a little too quick. Then Czechia, Spain, and Austria, and I'm very happy to hear more about Austria in the next panel, where we have a speech. So all this is important for us, and I'm very happy to announce already that the German ministry has signed off our acceptance letter and accession letter. So from 1st of July, we will also welcome Germany with those institutes in our portfolio. This is Geological Forschungszentrum Potsdam will join us. 3 institutes from the University Bochum. Tomorrow we will also learn from Roland Spahn a little bit about transport, right? And I'm very happy to have him also in the team now. University in Darmstadt, Stuttgart, Karlsruhe, Institute, Forschungszentrum Jülich. All the big names in Germany who want to join ECCSEL. And next month we have our GA and we will approve that. And then important as well, industry stakeholders. We want to invite also industry stakeholders, and MAN and RW Power have already accepted and want to join ECCSEL with their pilot installations. So that means you see the ministry plays an important role. Why? Because we are funded by the ministries, by the national governments, and so therefore that has to be accepted by the national ministries to actually be part of ECCSEL ERIC. Busy slide, just to give you a little bit of idea how we organize. We have a general assembly, we have a scientific advisory board, industrial advisory board, we have an operational center, and here you see with a research infrastructure consortium committee, we all organize the operative approach of our facilities. So again, the idea is bring the research facilities together, enhance open access and transnational access. And you see with 35 facility owners, 113 facilities, we have already a good bunch of infrastructure, but however, we want to expand. Yeah, this I think I skip. So it gives you just the idea. We have an operation center. We meet every week. So we are not only paper tigers, we are doing the clear activities, how we develop the infrastructure. And now to Mrs. van der Leyen. So industrial carbon management strategy, how important is that for us? The very first what we did when it was launched 6th February last year, we looked at it and said, okay, now we have a task. The task is to implement it, and now a recap of the industrial carbon management strategy. Most of you know it, so I go very quickly through. So we have here a hockey stick. You see how ambitious objectives to store a high quantum of CO2 in the future up to 2050. And what is very important for us is how to reach net zero. Yeah, and that means we need negative emission, and that is where CDR plays a role. So CDR is playing a more important role in the future because more than 200 million tons, or the 50% of the 400 million tons, should come from BECCS and DACS. So technological pathway. beside of CCS, CCU and CDR plays an important role. That is foreseen by the Commission. Good news for us, and Daniel mentioned it already, the knowledge sharing platform, which we will also contribute with our publications and results from our research infrastructure. And good news also, more investment. Yeah? And that is what we're monitoring also with our team. There is a lot of new EU calls coming up, which we're monitoring, especially May. There's a good bunch of EU calls which will be officially launched. Also, original information from the Industrial Carbon Management Strategy, and this is what we have to look at it. So almost 50% of the CO2 should be utilized. Yeah. So the discussion we had yesterday, is CO2 a commodity or a waste? I would answer it in this way. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a commodity, and the rest of the week is a waste, right? So because there is 50% utilization that we should not ignore. And we see also the fossil capturing goes down. Yeah. It's also because avoidance of emissions, but fossil emissions, but also the let me say the negative emission that plays an important role based on CDR. And the industrial carbon management strategy is focusing mainly on BECCS and DACs, biogenic and direct air capture. So also a graphic from the industrial carbon management strategy. This was our base. We looked at it and said, okay, look, direct air capture is important subject. We have to look at it, and utilization is important subject, and the biogenic. So therefore, what we did is we looked at it and said, okay, this CO2 value chain, which is explained by the industrial carbon management strategy, is mainly based on reduction, removal, and utilization, right? So, and we did the add-on. We said, look, on the avoidance side, due to the bottom-up approach, yeah, especially here in this forum, you're working with geological approaches. Yeah, you are not only looking on CO2, you are also capable to look on hydrogen. So therefore, we expanded our portfolio also in regards of feedstock, subsurface, low carbon energy storage, we call it, which includes also hydrogen, but also CO2 as a feedstock. So that we have and we got also permission from the Commission, from the DG RTD, to say, yes, you can do it. And this is now in our portfolio. So summa summarum means to reach net zero, we are not looking only on reduction, removal, and utilization. We look also on avoidance based on subsurface feedstock storage. And that came up with our portfolio. Yeah. So what I showed you in the beginning, this is a storyline, how we expand our portfolio. And this is, we have implemented already, and we are starting now to expand it, also based on the original expansion. So, and this gives you a little bit of idea. We did the mapping of the existing portfolio we have already, and you see, even though we have started now on the portfolio, and you see it here on geothermal, on feedstock energy and utilization, we have already a good number of facilities we can promote, and that we are promoting already on our website and on our database. So it's not only based on PowerPoint, it's actually we have the facilities, and look at our website and you see it. So how you access this? Very simple. In the very first step, you can do it in two ways. Go on our website, or you call me or my colleague. So that means we have two doors entry. That means one by transnational access, which is funded by certain projects. We are facilitating this funding. We have also possibility to support this funding. And the other way is a direct access instantly when you have own funding. So just have a look at our website of our database. You will find the right facility and then go ahead. And if you have a problem with the website, call me, please. Okay, so having that, joining us in advancing research and innovation. Thank you very much.